Welcome to this quick tutorial. Today we will learn how to use Grok API to get tips about writing clear and effective prompts. I'll explain the code line by line so you can easily follow along. First, I'm going to make some import and I'm going to write here from Grok import Grok from getPass import getPass. I'm going to make a variable Grok API to save API keys. Grok underscore API. Then I'm going to call this Grok get pass, and here I'm going to pass the API key. Next, I'm going to create a client. I'll make one variable client, then I'll call this Grok class. Inside this, my first parameter is going to be API key, and here I'm going to pass the Grok API. Press enter. Now this client object will handle communication with Grok's AI model. We will define our prompt message in a list called clarity example. I'll write here clarity underscore example, and this will contain list, and inside this list I'll make two dictionary. One is for system and the second is for user role. Let me make first dictionary here, and I'm going to write here let's say role, and the first role is going to be system, and I will also define the content that I want to tell the system. I'll write here content, and I will say you help users write clear prompt or prompts, let's say. Okay, I have to pass this. Now I'll make one more dictionary here, and inside this I'm going to define another role that is of user, and I will also define the content for user. This time I'm going to make a tuple here, and inside this tuple I will pass. So first I'm going to write let's say give tips on writing effective prompts with clarity, context and constraints. This is the first I'm asking, and then I will write here in the next line also show examples of good and bad prompts for summarizing text, and then I will put this here, and let me print this clarity example to make sure I have closed all the brackets. Okay, yeah, so this is fine. Now this is the key to prompt engineering. The first message is with system role that tells the AI what its behavior should be. In this case, it should act as a helper guiding users on writing prompts. The second message is with user. This role is our actual query seeking advice on prompt clarity, including examples. Now we then send this prompt to Grok API to generate response. Now let me define that. I'll make a variable here response, and then I will call this client. From this I will call chat, then completions, and then function create. And inside this we have to pass some parameter. The first parameter is the model that we are going to use, and I'll go to this Grok Cloud website, go to this document, then models, and I'll use this first one, Llama 3.b. I'll click here to copy it, get back to my notebook, paste it here. The second parameter is messages, and this I have already defined here in clarity example. The third parameter is max completions. Max completion token, and this I will put 200. I will explain you. First, let me complete the other parameter, temperature. This is going to be 0.6, and let me execute the code. Now, model is the first parameter which specifies the AI model to use. Here we are using Llama 3.1, and it is capable of language model from Grok. The second one is messages. This will contain the prompt we just created. The third parameter is max completion token. This will limit the AI's response length to 200 tokens, keeping answer concise. So you may see the answer is not long enough. We just want a concise answer. That's why you can even increase this to get a more text in your answer. And then the last parameter is temperature, which is 0.6. This will controls creativity or randomness in the output. A value of 0.6 balances creativity and focus. Now we have defined this response, and let's print the response that we have here. And for that, I'm going to write a print statement. Print here clarity and constraint tips. So this is just a print statement, and now I will call this response object. From this I will call choices, and then at 0 index messages, just message, not messages, message dot content, and let me execute this. So this extracts the first generated message from the assistant and prints helpful tips about writing clear prompts, including examples. And here you will see clarity and constraint tips. Writing effective prompt is crucial to getting the desired output from AI model or human writers. A well-crafted prompt should be clear, concise, and provide enough context for the writer to understand what is expected of them. Here are some tips on writing effective prompts. First is be specific, second, provide context, and third one is specify constraint. So you see, you get the response to the question that you have asked here. And here, if you see, you also get this example of bad prompt and good prompt. So for bad prompt, it says write a summary of this text. And what would be a good prompt? For good prompt, you should write something like write a 150 word summary of the article on the benefits of meditation, highlighting the main points and evidence provided. And for the second one also, you see good prompt and bad prompt. And for the third one, you see the text is not complete here. It's because of the number of tokens that we have limited to 200. You can increase, and you will see the output here as well, or the complete output here. So this code let us query the Grok API for practical advice on prompt writing. Try experimenting with your own prompt instruction to get customized assistance. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please like, comment, and subscribe for more AI coding videos. Thanks for watching.